Hello, how are you doing? My name is Cricket. I'm also known as Chow Yun Smut, and this is the Corner Booth. This is your online equivalent of your favorite late night eatery during bar rush in the Corner Booth. Welcome. We talk about everything here except creator drama and politics. Everything else from poop knives to pop culture is Rochambeau to religion. It's all on the menu. So come on in, have a seat, relax, enjoy yourself. Welcome. The subject line for tonight's stream is because last night I was talking about the dilemmas in how I was going to get out to New York to help a friend of mine. Since there are very few air traffic controllers, and FAA is like, I don't know, maybe don't fly? Maybe? We don't know. Hello, Heather Mack. And so I brought up the idea of taking a train. I really like Amtrak. This broadcast is not sponsored in any way by Amtrak, by the way, nor by anyone else. This is, some bare bones, fully honest action just done all by myself. But the good news is the person that I'm going to New York to help, who was paying for my transport there, said, yeah, you know what? That sounds like a good idea. So I'm taking the train, folks. I have my ticket. It has been purchased. I have roughly 4.5 hours to dick around in trains. The one here leaves at like 10 to 9 in the morning, so I need to be there about an hour ahead of time since I'm checking baggage. But then I go from here to Chicago. I have about 4.5 hours. So Jen Marie, if you're here, or if you're on the replay crew, you mentioned that you might be able to drive to Chicago. Anyone else in the Chicagoland area? I'm going to have at least 4 hours. Let me look. So I get into Chicago at 4:45 p.m. I don't leave again until 9:30 p.m. I got plenty of time to be chilling in Chicago with y'all. So anyone in the Chicagoland area or willing to travel to the Chicagoland area and wants to hang out, have a little meetup, that'll be super great. Let's do it. That will be happening on Tuesday. And I will arrive in Albany the next day, a little before 3 in the afternoon, and then we'll head down to Westchester County the next day. My friend is going to pick me up from the train station, and we will head down to Westchester County on Wednesday or Thursday. So yeah, it's happening. It's happening. And thanks to Mrs. Cricket's mom, because she's the one who came up with the idea. Oh my goodness, Dusty, what the hell are you doing? The other half of me in San Francisco, this is how you know we're not the same guy, because I've never been to San Francisco. So how are you doing, sweetheart? Love you right back. Good to see you. I'm going back and forth right now because I'm trying to deal with the lighting and keep my head blocking the lights behind me so they don't blind everybody. But I've got this light that's like right above me and it's casting weird shadows, but maybe it's better than the last couple of streams, so I don't know. I'm working with what I got, folks. Um, and, thanks for just telling me. Oh, you're only there for 2 nights? Okay. Well, what are you doing in San Francisco? Don't leave your heart there. I hear that that's a hazard. Some people apparently leave their hearts in San Francisco. I don't know, but there's great food there. Um, yeah, quick turnaround. But you know what? Enjoy while you're there. Eat all the foods, see all the sights. Don't pay too much money for things in Ghirardelli Square. Um, my my favorite novel series about sapient tapeworms is actually set in and around San Francisco. So, rock on, buddy. I'm glad to see you here. Oh, you're driving. That's what they do here. Yeah, you'll be listening to. Right on. Well, I'm glad to have you here, honey. Um, so yeah, basically what it comes down to is the train ride is on, folks. I did get my roomette. So um it's not a bedroom, it is a small compartment, but it is mine. It is all mine. And since I'm traveling solo, uh it's technically designed for 2 people, but um oh, honey, I'm sorry. You're there for a funeral. Well, I'm sorry for your loss, and may their memory continue to be a blessing. Um, it's technically designed for 2 people, but since I'm traveling solo, um, I'll have a little bit more room, and that's great. There will be Wi-Fi on the train. Um, the sad thing about it, the really sad thing about it, honest, if I'm truly honest about it, the only really sad thing is that of the times of the connections, I will be unable to avail myself of dinner in the dining car. Scapegoat. Oh my God, my favorite book is about a sentient tapeworm too, but it's Scottish. I need to know. Tell me what this book is. I have a notebook right here. I will write that shit down. I totally need to know. Hey, shut up, Matt. Good to see you. Scapegoat, tell me. The books that I'm talking about um, are a series. It's a trilogy, um, and I love them. And they are, in fact, about sapient tapeworms, and they're awesome, and I love them. And they're written by the same woman who wrote literally the smartest and best zombie books I have ever read in my life. So yeah, there you go. But Scapegoat, I need to know what this book is called. I need to know. Anyway, so until Scapegoat tells me this so that I can write it down, the only thing I'm going to be missing due to the timing of things, I board the train at like right before 9:30 p.m. in Chicago, and the last seating for dinner in the dining car is 9 p.m. And dinner in the dining car is my absolute favorite. Second only, or no, not second. It is my absolute favorite in the dining car. My other favorite meal in the dining car is breakfast. Lunch, meh, meh, meh. Um, I want to know what love is. Yeah, no, that's not Chicago. Sure. I love you, but that's not Chicago. That's Foreigner. Saturday in the park. I think it was the 4th of July. That's Chicago. If you leave me now, you take away the biggest part of me. Ooh, sure, baby, please don't go. Yes, there you go. Yes, that's Chicago. And all that jazz. Well, it's not about the tapeworm, but the tapeworm does narrate inserts throughout the book. Filth by Irvine Welsh. Okay, I'm writing it down right now. And it's a pretty gnarly story about a very corrupt beat cop. Okay. Wait, Irvine Welsh. Did he write Trainspotting? Writing it down right now. And adding tapeworm. All right, cool. I've got it. All right, so Scapegoat, if you want to read, are you interested in reading a trilogy? It was the guy who wrote Trainspotting. Fantastic. My brain meats are working. If you want to read the series about sentient tape spotting, good God, sapient tapeworms, let me know. Oh, I know it's not about trains. I know very much it's not about trains. Um, let me know if you want to, if you are interested in the series about sapient tapeworms. It's a trilogy. And I'll put it in the chat so that you also can write it down and you won't miss it with me just saying it. And then you're like, wait, what? Can you repeat that? Let me know, Scapegoat, and I will pass it along to you. But basically, anything this author has written is freaking fantastic, and I love her. And she goes by 2 different names, but this particular nom de plume is the one under which she wrote the zombie series and the tapeworm trilogy. So let me know if you're interested. I'll put them in the chat. Trainworms, sentient spotting? Yes, precisely. But yeah, so I've said my only sadness is that I'm going to miss dinner in the dining car because I'll be in Chicago and I won't have boarded the train until after the last seating for dinner in the dining car. But I got to tell you, folks, I mean, people, I have a thing. I have a thing for Amtrak. And again, not sponsored by Amtrak. And my friend who's worked on Amtrak for a number of decades is, as far as I know, not here in the chat because he's actually working on Amtrak right now. So I'm not saying this to butter anybody up, but oh, these are definitely weird. I'm typing right now. Just typing it in. La la la. All right, so it's in the chat. But also if you enjoy her writing, then definitely also check out her News Flesh series. I'm also putting that. Uh, America is literally down to just don't get on plane, just train now. Basically, yes, sure, because there is a government shutdown right now. Um, there is a shortage of air traffic controllers. Um, things have been pretty sketch with flying this year anyway, and also TSA isn't being paid currently because of the government shutdown. So um, the the FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, is basically telling people, lol, IDK, maybe don't fly. And so I decided to take a train because honestly, I love trains. I like trains. I really do. I dig trains. I love long train journeys. I like slow travel. I like road trips. I've taken the train from New York to New Orleans and back a number of times. I like, you know, cruises. That's why I like cruises, because it's slow travel. You get an opportunity to really travel those miles and feel that you're traveling those miles. But yeah, that's basically where it's at. And rather than dealing with super long lines with surly unpaid TSA, and a shortage of air traffic controllers, yeah, I'm here. I'm here for riding the rails again. And it's been too long and I missed it. So yeah, that's what's gonna happen. Uh Duke of many things. That is incorrect. The train does have MDR. They have the dining car, which is the MDR, and they have the cafe car, which is like the alternative quick service option. So, so there. Um, hey, Pamela SP Butterfly, good to see you. Yeah, Shar, I know. I know. Um, I don't understand government shutting down. Like, the whole point of government is that it doesn't. Yeah, TSA is not getting paid. Shar says, gotta say, I wouldn't say no to jumping on a train with you. I love it. I love it. And I would welcome anybody to jump on a train with me. I love it. I have such a good time. And and that's the thing, is that, I'm kind of I'm on a I'm I've got kind of issues because high speed rail has been necessary in this country for so long. And Amtrak is the closest thing that we have. Um, and this is one country. I mean, granted, yeah, it's big. I get it. But the entirety of Europe has Eurail. We have Amtrak, and they are consistently fighting for funding so that they can maintain tracks and their fleet of trains and everything. Do you call a group of trains a fleet? I don't, I actually don't know what you call your collection of trains. If you call it a fleet or a, a clouder, or I have no idea. Um, but anyway, they're consistently fighting for funding from the government. They're consistently fighting for all kinds of stuff. And they have to fight public opinion because everybody's like, oh, train travel. Oh my God, it's so passe. And I'm sure food is awful and it's so cramped and meow, and it takes so long, and I could just get a plane. Yeah, you could sit in a tin can filled with other people's farts for a significantly shorter amount of time. And, you pay whatever, and they throw a bag of pretzels at you. I did the math, and yes, I'm taking a longer time, but I'm also going to be able to watch the countryside passing as I'm doing it. I'm going to get to explore Chicago Union Station, which I've never been in before, because I have a roomette. I'm granted access to the lounges in any of the stations that I'm in. And Chicago apparently has a beautiful metropolitan lounge. And the food on Amtrak is really stinking good, especially in the dining car. Dining car food, it's like traveling, but civilized. Because even though you're going really fast, and yes, you have to get from point A to point B, that's why you're going places. It is fleet. Thank you, Shar. Thank you for that confirmation. You're eating off of real dishes with real silverware. It's not reheated, microwaved. However, I don't even know stuff up on a plane. But chances are you're not getting anything hot unless you're in first class, which you're paying out the ass for. So it takes longer. It's leisurely. But right now, for next week, I did the math. And the price for the plane ticket plus the baggage fees, and considering the amount of time that I would take standing in lines, waiting for TSA, dealing with them, because of course they're angry. I would be angry and resentful too. And that means everyone else in the airport is going to be angry and resentful, which means I have to deal with those fuckers as well. The price of the roomette with all meals in the dining car included. No baggage fees, no TSA, so I can bring a big girl bottle of body wash if I want to. I don't have to store liquids in tiny vials and have them inspect them all. And I can actually have a door that I can close. I can have my private space. It works. And it evens out. And like I said, honestly, people are going to trash out trains. Oh my God, the food is probably awful. No. Food on Amtrak, especially in the dining car, is really good. And it shows up piping hot. And even the food in the cafe car, which is like reheated stuff. Okay, fine. But they're sourcing that shit. I had one of the best cheeseburgers of my life in the cafe car on a number Amtrak train. It's been a quarter century ago. And the fact that I have to even say that messes me up. Literally half a lifetime ago, the best cheeseburger I ever had, one of the best cheeseburgers I've ever had, was a reheated cheeseburger from the cafe car on an Amtrak train on my way either to or from New Orleans. I don't remember which. How many hours to get to New York? Okay, so I haven't calculated the actual number of hours. But I can tell you that I leave here Tuesday morning at 8:50 a.m. And I arrive in upstate New York in Albany at 2:53 p.m. the following day. I've got an overnight. I have a roomette. I have, there's a porter who comes in. Yes, Jen Marie, the train trip is a go. Oh my God, I'm so glad you're here. You mentioned that you might consider driving to Chicago. Tuesday, which is when I'll be in Chicago, theoretically, I get off of the train from Minneapolis at about 4:45 p.m. and I have to be on the next one at 9:30 p.m. I've got 4 freaking hours to just chill in Chicago. And if people don't come and hang out with me, I will hang out in the Metropolitan Lounge by myself. Yeah, I don't know. I'll probably wander around Union Station aimlessly just to get my steps in. I don't freaking know. But yeah, it is a go. The ticket is purchased. I have a roomette, so it's got seats during the day, and then a porter will come in and set it up so that I have a bed at night so I can sleep flat. I have a door that I can close. There's not going to be anybody sitting next to me, coughing on me. I don't have to listen to anybody else's phones because they don't have ear. It's going to be amazing. So stinking excited that I can't even. So, the fact that I'm going to miss dinner in the dining car, yeah, it's sad because I love dinner in the dining car. But I am going to get to have, I believe, 2 breakfasts in the dining car. One immediately when I board in Minneapolis, and one the next day when I wake up on the train from Chicago to Albany. So, and they do good. The food in the dining car is so good. Like, I don't understand why people want to malign some shit. When I lived on the East Coast, the only way, if you needed to be somewhere fast and you didn't want to take your life in your hands, yeah, I rode Bolt bus a lot because it was hella cheap to get down to DC. But man, Amtrak is the way to go. The Acela, fuck yeah. How long am I New Yorking for? 5 to 7 weeks, as far as I know right now. We're leaving it kind of open-ended, which is why I didn't buy a round trip ticket. Because we're playing it by ear, we're waiting to see what's going to happen with the house. We don't really know. So we're saying right now 5 to 7 weeks. Could be longer, could be shorter. We don't know. It depends on a number of different what's the word? I can't find the word. The only word I never forget is aphasia. Hola, Mama Squirrel. Good to see you. Jen Marie is saying that Union Station is gorgeous. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Union Station in DC is beautiful. And not quite Duke of many things. New York? Yeah, that's not how it works. Good try, though. How about you stick to your Yorkshire accent and I'll stick to whatever weird blamage of an accent I have. Fair? But yeah, so it's going to take me about a day and a half to get there, but that includes like a 4-hour layover. Factors. Yes, Mama Squirrel, thank you. A number of different factors are going to figure into the decision of how long I'm going to be there. But for right now, we're saying 5 to 7 weeks. It was 6 to 8, but I delayed my departure from here to, I just didn't feel good about leaving Bestie, but she's doing better now. So, and a lot more functional. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Scapegoat. I don't like 56 because it feels like a greedy number. 47 is sexy. I'm not sure to what you are referring, but okay. Anyway, it's going to be a good time. It's I'm actually, not only am I excited to be in New York, but I'm super excited about, I am way more excited about this train trip than I would be about flying, honestly. I mean, airports, right? I can't say you've seen one, you've seen them all, because I have seen some very, very individual. I didn't say synesthesia or anesthesia. I said aphasia. Aphasia. Thank you, Mama Squirrel. I will. And yes, there is Wi-Fi on the train. However, because I was scouring the website today, earlier this morning after I did my show, and we got everything booked. I'm scouring the website. I want to know all the things. My poor friend Rob, who has been working for Amtrak for a million years, is probably going to be subject to my rapid firing of a million Brazilian questions. So many questions, but bless him, usually seems to be up for it. Um, and the first time I met him, he was super sweet. I was traveling by myself. I was in my 20s and I was in coach. And we just started talking. He was working on the train, and it was my very first long distance train ride. And so I was really excited and hella curious. And I'm like, I have so many questions. Can I ask you questions? He's like, yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to know about sleeper cars and I wanted to know about everything. And there were some that were empty. And so he showed me the different cars and he wasn't creepy about it, which he totally could have been. Hey, I've got an empty sleeper car. But he wasn't like that at all. He was super cool. And he was showing me, like, the super secret stuff, and made sure to let me know when we were going to have a stop where I could hop off and have a smoke. Just like, it was so cool. It was such a good experience. And we kept in touch. And I, occasionally ran into him on other trips. And I loved that, and he actually popped into my chat last year. It was awesome. He's like, "Oh my god." I'm like, "Rob!" So, yeah, I reached out to him and let him know he's not gonna be he's not working the same routes that I am traveling, so I won't get to meet up with him during the trip, but, um, I'm sure he's gonna be deluged with a million questions as soon as I think of what they are. But there will be Wi-Fi. They said that it's generally, because they have to think of everybody on the train, it's generally not gonna be enough for streaming. But I might be able to get away with something in the middle of the night while most people are sleeping, because y'all know that I won't be, right? At least it's unlikely that I will be, because I'll be looking out the window and I'll be wanting to go online and I'll be wanting to talk to everybody and update you on how the trip is going and, show you my room. But yeah, so that's kind of what's going on right now, Tuesdays. So Jen Marie, it is very exciting. I am super stoked. And if you feel like you want to drive to Chicago and hang out with me, that would be rad. And anyone else in the Chicagoland area, or people willing to travel to the Chicagoland area, let's have a meetup. Let's fucking plan it. Let's do it. Let's do the thing and hang out, because I mean, literally I have 4 hours to sit around and do fuck all. Although I will be able, as I said, because I have a roomette, I will be able to hang out in the Metropolitan Lounge, and there will be complimentary snackies and soft drinks. I don't know if there's a cash bar there. There might be, but either way, I mean, we've already discussed how broke ass I am. I still can't get my phone turned back on, for the love of Pete. So I certainly can't be spending money on cocktails. I would love to get my phone turned back on. But either way, that's where we are. The train thing is freaking happening, and it's happening on Tuesday. And I'm super excited about it. And I can't wait to share it with you. If I can't stream, I'm going to try to figure out how to use the GoPro. I think it's going to have to be handheld. But that's going to force me to get footage, upload it to my computer, learn how to edit footage, and learn how to figure out how to lay voiceover onto it, so that I can upload it to my channel and show it to you guys, because I definitely want to share it with everybody here in the booth, right? You can't travel with me, but I want to bring you with me. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. We are almost, thank you. Shut up, Matt. I will star that comment so that I can have it when the time is right, which is probably going to be in about 7 minutes. But yeah, that's what's going on here. What's going on with y'all? I have seen a couple of really questionable commercials today when I was sitting with Bestie, eating cookie dough and watching Family Guy, because that's what she was in the mood for. And I'll pretty much always watch Family Guy. We saw some really questionable commercials, so I can definitely talk about those. Scapegoat is asking, thoughts on Chicago-style pizza and hot dogs. I have never actually eaten a Chicago-style hot dog. I know what's involved. I know that there's celery salt and tomatoes and a poppy seed roll. And I've never actually had one, but I certainly would. If I happen to have one this time out, I will absolutely share my feelings on them. Chicago-style pizza. I am a New York girly at heart. I prefer a thinner crust. And I prefer being able to just pick up a slice, kind of fold it, and shove it in my face. I dig that. I have had Chicago style pizza in 2024. I had to look at my sweatpants because the sweatpants I'm wearing right now, I actually bought when I was with Choo Choo in Chicago for a K-pop show. And they are the most comfortable sweatpants I have ever owned in my life. And I just happen to be wearing them right now. And that is, it was late autumn, early winter of 2024 that we went down to that show. And we went to, I don't think it was Lou Malnati's, but it might have been. It was either Lou Malnati's or one of the other really popular ones. I have photos on my phone and I'm just rather lazy, too lazy to pull them up right now to remind me of where we went. But we went to one of the Chicago, like, landmark pizza places for that kind of thing. It didn't feel like pizza to me. It felt more like a casserole almost. It was good. I'm not going to deny that it was tasty. It just didn't feel like pizza to me, if that makes sense. A hot Italian beef sandwich, which is also a pretty serious Chicago thing. Delicious. Shut Up Mad says, today the wife has mini cheesy hash browns for breakfast. That sounds delicious. I would love those. Heather Mack says, we are vicariously living through you. You could say we are vicarious. Vi is sleeping right behind me on the couch. I don't know if you can see her curled up in a ball right there. Yeah, it's like a lasagna. Exactly. It's lasagna, only it doesn't have noodles. If I'm going to have lasagna as well, carb me. Pamela SP Butterfly says, hubby has transitioned out of the company he's worked for since 2021. Bittersweet. He's now doing private practice instead of working with dialysis patients. Congratulations, Pamela's hubby. L'chaim. Scapegoat prefers the thin and floppy or thin and crispy to the big thick bitches. That is a Chicago style pizza. I mean, I'm not mad at it. I won't deride it. It just, because of my past experience, it doesn't feel like pizza to me. People who grew up with that probably look at other pizza and are like, the fuck is this? So, I get it. I'm not here to deride it. I won't even deride people who put pineapple on pizza because the fuck do I know? Taste is subjective. Do what you want. Please, life's too short. We got bigger fish to fry. But I mean, basically I like food. So, I have not yet had a Chicago style hot dog. I would eat one if it was presented to me. I would absolutely try that shit. 100%. And an Italian hot beef sandwich in Chicago, or a Chicago style Italian hot beef sandwich. Gimme. Delicious. Absolutely delicious. My pizza and sausage takes resonate deeply within you. Okay, right on. We could probably food well together then. Yeah, we have bigger fish to fry. Namely, I saw two very questionable advertisements today. And I really wonder what their marketing departments did to get these approved. Number one, Velveeta. I might be trying to be edgy. You might be trying to maybe even tie yourselves in with Cardi B and the wet ass pussy, the macaroni in a pot. But perhaps the slogan for your current commercial campaign, or at least for your TV spots, respect the drip, might be a little misguided. I mean, I ain't saying, I'm just saying, respect the drip. Come on now. It's a great song, Scapegoat. But when you're talking about drip, drip, when the actual audio of the spot is people saying drip, drip, when they're showing a spoon shoving through the shells and cheese made with Velveeta, you gotta know clearly what they're referencing, right? I mean, is it just me? It can't just be me. I'm just saying, maybe Velveeta, maybe you signed off on that idea from your marketing team a little too quickly. Then again, maybe there are some people who will not draw that correlation, and that's okay too. I could very well easily be reading way too much into it. I thought it was hilarious that Polaroid released a disposable camera back in the 90s called the Polaroid Pop Shot. And I also realized that maybe not a whole lot of people understand what that means. A drip as in flooded basement? Yeah, exactly. So there's that. If you, gosh, I wonder if it's on YouTube. Let's look and see, and then I can put a link in the chat so that you guys can watch it. Okay. You guys can watch it and tell me what you think. Okay, these are from 4 months ago. They're 16 seconds long. No, this was a 30. Oh my God. A channel called the Cardi B Chronicles? Actually put the thing up. Cardi B collaborates with Velveeta. Holy shit. And that was 3 months ago. All right. I'm going to link Oh my God. No, yeah, that's just bad. The drip means swag. The sauce, though, no one says it but corny kids online. Okay, fair enough. The drip may mean swag, but it can also sound kind of gross. Again, I ain't saying, I'm just saying. But if she actually collaborated with Velveeta on this shit, I am gonna laugh my entire face off. I'll have a link for you guys tomorrow. The other one I'm gonna talk about after, hang on, I have to get a thing from over here. Sorry about the blinding lights. The other one, I will talk to you after I remind you about something very important, which is night meds. Take your night meds. It's a modern pharmacology. Night meds, time for night meds. They can help your physiology. Take them well before you go to sleep. They work while you're busy counting sheep. When you take your night meds, it's a happy, healthy snooze time, a snory snooze time. You'll have a sleepy time. Night meds. Remember to sip first so the things don't stick. Oh my God, I am going to cry with laughter if Cardi B actually did a collab with Velveeta on this spot. Because the long, lustrous shot of the spoon dragging through the shells and cheese, and all I'm seeing is the mouth going drip, drip, and then I'm hearing macaroni in a pot. That's some wet ass. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Holy shit. I mean, they may have just next leveled themselves. Now I'm torn. Jazzy girl Sarah, hi baby, good to see you. So we do have a song from Shut Up Matt. Aw, Shut Up Matt, that is the cutest little tea set. Wandering past the charity shop, and this leapt off the shelf and into my bag, as it should. You guys, wait until it figures its shit out. Look at the tea set. With the Pooh and the Tigger and the Eeyore and the Piglet. Look how sweet. That's adorable. Thank you so much for sharing that with us, Shut Up Matt. Of course. By request, beloved Heather Mack, we have a song from Shut Up Matt.
Hey, man, your cat was a real piss that was very rarely stable. I dagger with a booty bag where you think you won the table. David Hume, can I consume good old Frederick Hegel, and Wittgenstein was a beery swine who just too slosh to Schlegel. There's nothing Nietzsche couldn't teach about the raising of the wrist. Socrates himself was permanently pleased. John Stuart Mill of his own free will loved half of understanding was particularly ill. Plato, they say, could stick it away. Half a crate of whiskey every day. Aristotle was a bugger for the bottle. Hobbes was fond of his dram. And René Descartes was a drunken fart. I drink, therefore I am. Yes, Socrates himself is particularly missed. I think about a bugger when he's pissed.
Thank you. Shut Up Matt. Heather Mack, you wanted Monty Python? You got it. Fantastic. Thank you. You shut up, Matt. I love that tune. It makes me very happy. And it helps me remember my philosophers. Speaking of philosophers, I don't know if any of you read Christopher Moore, who is so funny he makes me angry, actually, because I know that I'll never be as funny as Christopher Moore, but his book Anima Rising has everything. It has Frankenstein, it has Jung, it has Freud, and oh god damn it, there's a painter too, and I can't remember his name right now. Son of a... Okay. You can read it, or you can listen to it on Audible. The voice acting is amazing. The audiobook is so good. So yeah, I'm going to put the name of that in the chat as well. Read it or listen to it, whichever you choose. It's an absolute goddamn delight. Oh my god. I love Christopher Moore so much. I admire the man's writing so much. I just adore him. And before I came down here to take care of the bestie, I was listening to Anima Rising and just finished it before I came down here. So, so good. So good. And I was listening to it on Audible with all the voice acting. Absolutely fucking delightful. So, strong recommend there. All right. Now, let's talk about the other ad. And I'm also going to look on YouTube to see if we have that. Maybe I can put a link to that. If I can't, I'll do more research and I'll try to find something. But, oh my gosh. Ooh. Well, now I have something to watch on for the Charismatic Voice. She's doing Rocky Horror Picture Show stuff at 9 a.m. my time. That's going to be exciting. I look forward to seeing the Charismatic Voice experience some kind of Rocky Horror Picture Show. She's going to... Oh my Lord. Okay. So .com. Okay. Let's see. This might be the one. Oh no. All right, hang on. Nope, that doesn't look like the right one. Let's see if it's this one. Yes, this is the one. Okay. It's 16 seconds. Copy link address. Right. Okay. So I'm going to put this in the chat. It's a 16-second spot. Tell me, if you decide to go to the link, tell me what you think is wrong with this spot. because I have my own opinions. Bestie had her own opinions. I was startled, to say the least, because, yeah, I get what they're saying, but I think they're offering questionable advice just in a general sense. In the meantime, well, yes, some of you watch that. I'm just going to sit here and babble. I know that Shut Up Matt has sent a requested photo of other teapots in the collection. And so I will wait until Heather Mack is back because she's the one who requested it. Hey, you know what? 16 seconds doesn't take that long. However, I won't know that she's back until another 30 seconds after that because that's the delay in the chat. So that's what's going on. But yeah, Bestie and I both saw this spot and we were both like, wait, they're telling us to do what now? Because that's maybe seriously? Now I have to see, because that one autoplayed. Why wouldn't this one autoplay? Yep. Okay. Now this one will autoplay. All right. So I'm giving you the link for the 16-second. You don't mind that one. Okay. So when you said questionable ads, I thought of the 90s cereal ads for Nut and Honey. Okay. Heather Mack says she didn't mind that one, and Pamela says that's aggressive. Now, here's my thing. Number one, why are you telling me what to do with my box? Number two, my box is already sweet and salty. Number three, I am not gonna gummy bear overload my box because that much sugar in my box is just gonna lead to bad things. Jazzy Girl Sarah, what if I don't want to snack my box? Jazzy Girl Sarah, what if I'm not flexible enough to snack my own box? Right? That's what I'm saying. I think the wording was questionable. Here's the Velveeta ad. Here's a link for the Velveeta ad. I finally got it to autoplay so that I could like read through and watch the things and the stuff. If this wasn't a Cardi B collab, yeah, thanks, Scapegoat. If this wasn't a Cardi B collab, then I'm curious about, well, not that curious. I think I know exactly where Velveeta is trying to point their views. If it was a Cardi B collab, Velveeta has gone fucking next level, and it's fucking hilarious. But here's the ad. You judge for yourselves, okay? That's the ad. Well, eat a full meal and you don't have to snack. I don't know. Heather Mack, just leave my box out of it. My box, my business. You telling me what to do with my box? Connection is so sketchy. Do this whole little step tomorrow. Clearly, I'm going to have to put on some mascara because I didn't bleach my eyelashes, but it sure fucking looks like it, doesn't it? But anyway, yeah, it's another 16-second ad. You guys tell me what you think. Bestie and I were both like, what? So I am of two minds. There is a 2-minute video on the tubes from Cardi B Archives or something, Cardi B Chronicles, that says that there is a collaboration going on. And if that is facts, then hey, you know what? First of all, mad props Cardi B. Second of all, right on. Too much sugar near the taco aisle can lead to something fungal happening. See also edible panties. Yes, precisely. I think the song is Candida. We can make it together. The further from here, the better. Yeah. Where my snatch is fresh and clean. Pamela SP Butterfly says Velveeta needs a new marketing team. Jazzy Girl Sarah says, I am uncomfortable with how sexual that shells and cheese was made to look. Was that not some straight up macaroni in a pot? That's some, yeah. Right? So if this was, I'm gonna watch the 2-minute video when I'm done with the show. I'm gonna see whether or not that was an actual collab, and I will let you guys know tomorrow. Because if it was, that's fucking hilarious. And if it wasn't, somebody's reaching a little bit far. They are trying for the relevance, and you know, maybe they're shooting for people who are watching a lot of football or hockey. Maybe they're aiming for the Thanksgiving dinner preparing people. And knowing that the generations are just getting the thank you. Yes, it was Innuendo City. Legit, Heather Mack. That was like full on. And I'm just sitting there watching Family Guy, right? So I'm used to innuendo. I'm used to double entendre. I'm used to like all of that shit. I saw that commercial and I was like, what the shit just happened? What did I just watch? Was that for real? And yeah, like, I know that it's a younger generation coming up, and those are probably the ones who are going to be doing a lot of making Thanksgiving dinner or hosting football parties or whatever. So if this is just an ad team on their own trying to appeal to that generation, okay, don't really be a tryhard. If this is an actual Cardi B collab, I will give some flowers to Cardi B, because you know what? I ain't mad. I think it's hilarious. If it's an actual collab, if it's not somebody's reaching too far, if it's actually her like owning it, being like, bring it, bitches, then that's completely on brand for her. And I'm all right with it. I mean, fuck, I watched her trial in the most recent case, and honestly, I laughed my ass off. So she's a goddamn delight. I fell in love with her. I think she's a lovely human being. And hey, you know what? Get that bag, bitch. Scapegoat is saying, I hate the sensibility of the whole thing. Hello, fellow cool people. This hip-hop cheese product has swag. How do you do, fellow kids? I'm just seeing Steve Buscemi in his backward baseball cap and his t-shirt that looks like the AC/DC logo, only it just says music band. And he's got like a skateboard over his shoulder. How do you do, fellow kids? Yeah, that's the vibe. Contrived and goofy. Okay, fair enough. Thank you, Jazzy Girl Sarah. I appreciate the compliment on the her. A lot of people are digging it. I think it makes my complexion look like hell, but you know what? If people dig it, then right on. Thank you very much. I will accept that compliment. All right, now here, Heather Mack. The worst one I've seen lately has to do with a feminine product where they demo with red liquid. Too realistic and gross. Okay. I disagree with you. And I'll tell you why. I grew up watching all the ads where they used blue liquid. And I'm like, as a small premenstrual girl, I was like, okay, but how does this apply to me? The fact that they're using red liquid, I'm actually not mad at. If they would use something a little bit more viscous than just dyed water, I would actually be a little bit more confident, because we all know that watery things are absorbed a lot faster than thicker materials, such as the uterine lining that you are shedding when you menstruate. So, if they were to use a thicker substance, but it was blue or green, would that be okay? Is it just the color that's grossing you out? Because either one is unrealistic if it's just dyed water, quite frankly. You can't show me the absorbency of a product using just dyed water. Shut Up Matt says Steve Buscemi is an underrated genius. Would recommend the Death of Stalin movie. He plays Nikita Khrushchev. It's funny as fuck. Okay. I'm here for a good movie recommendation, and I'm not mad at Steve Buscemi. I think he's a delight. He's not to my tastes appearance-wise. I'm not attracted to him, but I do appreciate his acting ability, and I agree. I do find that he's underrated. So yes, shut up, Matt. Thank you. Heather Mack says, okay, I get that. Are you there, God? It's me, Margaret. Also, red or blue? Yeah, I don't care what color it is. Use a more realistic substance, because the color of the water doesn't matter. I'm not shedding. My uterine lining is not, well, I don't have a uterus anymore, but my former uterine lining, the artist formerly known as my uterus, was not shedding water on a monthly basis. And therefore, if we're going to be realistic, let's fucking go all the way. Don't just pour some fucking blue water, some tidy bowl water on a maxi pad, or put it in a beaker and dunk an OB in it to show me how well it's going to absorb. Because again, great, it absorbs yes, Normalize having blood and endometrium. 100% scapegoat. Duke of Many Things says, my wife who has PCOS would frequently TMI me with coming out in clumps. Yeah, I would refer to that as a grape jelly day or a Smucker's day. You're welcome. I've now ruined grape jam or jelly for you pretty much forever. I believe PCOS is... Oh, you meant the movie. Okay, Heather Mack, thank you. I'm like, PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. Anyway. My goodness. Well, you're fucking dead. All right, y'all. We've been going for over an hour. I now have to research whether or not Cardi B actually did a collaboration with fucking Velveeta. And you know what? I love that. I love that this is the work that I need to do for y'all, because it's awesome. There are certainly worse rabbit holes for me to go down. So, we've been rocking for over an hour. I'm going to sign off. I'm going to go get a snack. And I will be back here tomorrow, approximately same bug time, definitely same bug channel. Listen, remember to do the YouTube-y things. Hit the like or the dislike, whichever you choose. Check to see if you're still subscribed. And if you haven't already, consider hitting that subscribe button. It's fast, free, and painless. And I love all of those things. If you... Oh, and Chicago Style Hot Dog Side Quest. That may be happening, Scapegoat, on Tuesday, depending on what happens when I get to Chicago. I love this community too, Jazzy Girl Sarah, and I'm so happy. And I want everybody to be a part of the community. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and select all, so that you know every single time my random ass decides to go live. Because, I mean, honestly, you never know when it's going to happen. Hey, Professor Kakan, thank you for your many hand pink wavings. Oh, show the tea set collection. You know, Duke of Many Things. A please would go far. Yeah, you want to know whenever my random ass goes live. And we also do accept all of your super chats and stickers and thanks and everything. We have memberships. They're $2.99 a month. Feel free to sign up or do gift memberships. Those are always a really great way to support the channel. If you wish to support the channel in ways that YouTube doesn't automatically devour 30%, and in ways that are immediately accessible, down below in the description box are all the ways that you can do that, the ways that you can contact me, and the ways that you can help out a fellow or sister Boothie, because there's always going to be something there for somebody else that isn't me or this channel. A rising tide lifts all ships. And the only way that we get along, sometimes people need a hand up. I mean, I know I do. You probably have. And so there's always going to be somebody in that. This tuft of hair has been bothering me all night long. But yeah, there's always going to be somebody in the description box and links with ways that you can help them out as well. Now, we have a tea collection that I have been commanded to show you. Chatters and lurkers, yes, like, subscribe, chat, share, Set notifications to all. Yes. And because Heather Mack wanted to see these, this is some of Shut Up Matt's teapot collection. I'll try to bring them in a bit so you can see. I love the rainbowy one. Anyway, y'all, here tomorrow night. We're going to do this all again. And in the meantime, far too kind. But thank you. I would like you all to be well, sleep sweet, stay safe, watch out for deer. And until I see you next, peace to you.